Thank you, everyone, for watching Eastern Volleyball Network. Graham Wren, Kevin Knight, glad to be back doing this again. We've got a Captain Bills tournament on October 9th, 2021 that we're going to go ahead and make these predictions for. You excited to play?
Excited to play, excited to be there. Glad Captain Bills keeps putting on events. Just wanted to mention we've been doing this for over a year now, man. It's after Grass Nationals, which is where we got kind of our start, and got over 1,000 subscribers, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm pumped. Kind of bummed I'm not going to be down there playing, but the
17-team banger.
What was that?
17-team banger down here.
Yeah, I don't know. My about like partway through September, honestly, my body just kind of told me like, hey, yeah, no more. So then I kind of limped through like the last couple tournaments in September, and then was just kind of like, okay, it's kind of time to shut it down. And I'm currently signed up to play Blue Sky next weekend with Misha, and I'm like kind of debating just dropping, but I don't know. Yeah, there's only 4 teams signed up anyway. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this 17-team banger, as you say, bangers only. So speaking of bangers only, in our first match, Sean Yoder back from the dead playing in Captain Bills. I know he's pumped. I know you're pumped. I know the entire tournament is pumped to see him out there. We've got the 16-17 matchup, Ryan Molsteff and Sean Yoder against Stephen Wilson and Logan Hales. So we're just going to go ahead and go with Wilson and Hales, even though we don't know who they are.
Perfect. I'm all for that.
Totally kidding. I think we're going to go with Molsteff and Yoder. I think Molsteff and Yoder are two guys who.
What if I make you flip for it?
What was that?
What if I make you flip for it?
Don't make me flip for it. They're both two guys who, have balled out significantly over the past like 5 or even 5 to 10 or to 15 or even maybe even 20 years in Yoder's case. I always forget how old that dude is. But haven't been balling a ton in the past. I haven't been playing a ton of tournaments the past couple of years, and like I don't think their points really reflect what they bring to the table because they're sitting there with like 160 points each, which is kind of hot garbage, as they say. But I think that they're going to go ahead and win this match unless you're going to make me coin flip for it.
Go ahead. I don't know the other two very well.
Yeah. All right. So that finishes our round of 17. So now on to the round of 16. Top overall seed, Adam Roberts, Logan Weber against Ryan Molsteff and Sean Yoder.
That's pretty straightforward. Everybody knows Adam Roberts. Logan Weber's on the AVP this year with Evan Corey. It's a really good team. They're going to take that.
Yeah, I think we're going to go Roberts and Weber there. I do want to take this opportunity to mention that like Yoder had, in a lot of ways, Yoder has like Adam Roberts-esque mannerisms at times.
A little bit, and they look like kind of similar too, and they kind of I think it's a little bit of the same head shape, maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I don't see that as much, but go ahead.
Yeah, so I just want to take the time to point that out there while we're on this matchup. So now we're going to move on to the 8-9 matchup. I was very, very much looking forward to the August Britton, Josh Lanier versus August Britton, Josh Lanier that AVP America had up there for us for so long. Josh Lanier, the guy was out, the guy struggles a little bit with nerves at the beginning of the day, and he was out there scheming, trying to figure out how he can get through this first round without having to play anybody. And thankfully, our ever vigilant tournament director, Larry Selewski, caught it at the last moment.
Deleted the double entry fee.
Yeah. I was gonna say, do you think? I don't think Larry would hesitate to ask for the double entry fee, but. So now we have a proper 8-9 matchup against Adam Hyatt and Wes Hawkins.
I'd say Wes Hawkins is probably the best person on that court. So I think I go Wes Hawkins and Adam Hyatt because they've played together before.
I'm going to disagree. I think we go with August Britton and Josh Lanier. August is, a scrappy youngster who's wanting to get after it. Um, he and his buddy, what's his buddy's name that he usually plays with?
Garrett.
Garrett Big. I mean, they played you guys pretty tough at Myrtle Beach. I know you were conserving energy, but at the same time, they were out there doing some things. So he can play, and I think they'll do a decent job of making Adam beat them, and I think it'll be tight. But I think that I'm going to go ahead and go with Britton and Lanier.
How do we settle it?
Do you have a coin?
No, I don't.
Okay, well we'll just rock paper scissors then. 1, 2, shoot. Wait. Okay. Okay.
1, 2,
Two.
shoot.
Shoot. 1,
2.
2. This is
I got it.
I got
You got
it. Brendan Lanier. Let's hope that doesn't happen again.
Yeah. You live and you learn. We're doing this all live.
Yeah, we'll do odd even from now on. I'll tell you odd or even. All right. Next at the 5-12. You think we'd know better after doing this for over a year, as ubiquitously pointed out at the beginning of the video, but apparently not. Selewski and Freistater, our fearless tournament director, Larry Selewski, and then the Machine against Scott Schwartz and Josh Daly. I think the Machine is just too Machine-like for Scott and Josh this early in the day. What do you think?
Okay, I'm with you there, but just hear me out. Hear me out. Does Larry and Misha, the 6'7" and 6'8" defender blocker combo, beat a 2018 Brian Dirks and Matt Helmick? The other 6'7" and 6'7" blocker defender combo.
2018. Man. Oh man.
How do you even
I think they do. I think Misha just highlines him to death. And I think that's all she wrote.
I definitely give it. I give the edge to Misha and Larry on the blocking aspects of it. The serving though is definitely Brian Dirks and Matt Helmick. That's like without question. They both have good ripper jumpers. I don't know.
True, but I feel like a lot of times you beat Misha with a decently well run kind of defensive scheme and taking away some of the shooting options, and defensive scheming is not exactly what Brian Dirks is known for. I think commonly known for, I'm just going to go back and hit this thing and we're going to see what happens.
Yeah. All right. Aside that was just a funny little tangent.
Yeah.
We've got two fairly identical teams 2 years apart.
Yeah. All right. So next, the 4-13, Andrew McMurray, Kevin Knight, Alpha Beta against Zeke Isadora and Giora Sella. And we're just going to go ahead and go with McMurray and Knight here. I think just a bit too much for Zeke and Giora to handle.
Thank you.
All right. Next, at the 3 versus the 14, we have a bit of a trap match. Brett Griner and Jackson Lane against Marcus Dos Santos and Mitch McDowell.
Just to throw this out there, Marcus is like an OG NBL player. I think he made a number of NBL main draws. A small Brazilian guy living in Wilmington, has an absolute whip of an arm. Actually a pretty similar build and a pretty similar play style to like a Wilmington version of Rafi Rodriguez. Like very quick arm, very, very heavy hand, good setter, pretty good server. Not a ton of stamina because I don't think he plays a whole lot, but overall just a really great player. So my personal opinion is I think I like the upset here. I think Mitch and Marcus surprise Jack Lane and Brett Griner early on in the day, but I'm willing to hear what you think otherwise.
I think Brett Griner is the best player on the court, and I think he's playing behind a 6'9" block.
Fair enough.
And it'll either be Brett, and as far as their side out goes, it'll either be Brett passing nails and chopping up a smaller block, or it will be Jackson passing, and if he has some passing woes, Brett fixing it from wherever he can get to.
Jack's been training in Texas, so it's not like he's
in Texas or in Tennessee?
Texas.
Okay.
Jack and Jack are a team that play down in Austin a lot. So
gotcha. Yeah,
I'm willing to hear you out on this.
Yeah, because he's also not an unskilled 6'9".
Yeah.
So I think you have a relatively skilled 6'9" with the best player on the court, and I think that's all she wrote.
Fair enough.
Into. Next, another interesting one: the 6 versus the 11. The 6, Spencer Gaston and John Sutton against Colton Williams and Parker Beam.
Ooh, Colton Parker, surprisingly tough to deal with early in the day at Wilmington tournaments.
Yeah, they are if you don't know them, a surprisingly saucy pair. If you know that, you're not surprised at all.
Sure. I don't know how much Spencer and Sutton actually enjoy playing with each other. I don't think they've ever played a tournament together, and at training sessions they occasionally will butt heads from time to time. That said, I think Spencer, with his jumping ability and how often he just plays the game of beach volleyball, I think he's the best athlete and the best player on that court. So what are your thoughts on this match?
I mean, I agree with everything you just said. But I also think that you've got Colton and Parker, who play together a lot, have, really, really strong, good chemistry versus, versus two guys that, like you said, kind of like the butt heads. I'm kind of leaning towards Colton and Parker here.
I think I'm going to defer to you on this one.
I don't really think we've picked an upset yet, so this feels like a good one to pick.
I'm going to defer to you on this one because John and I won a match at the KOB where he played lights out passing and siding out. We ended up beating Pat Cronshaw and Andrew McMurray in a game of 15. So like the dude can ball when he's on, and then when he's off, he's just really off. So,
yeah.
I don't know.
We're going to pick the upset.
All right. Fair enough.
All right. Next at the 7, Dominic Haggerty and I believe it's Jack Turner. Sorry, I only wrote their last names. Give me one more time. Dominic Haggerty, Jack Turner against Garrett Big and Jay Madero.
I like Big Madero.
I like Big Madero too. I like normal size Madero, and now you have the opportunity to pick Big Madero. Fuck, man.
Big Madero wins that every time.
Oh yeah. Jay, not that you aren't a big guy. We know that you do CrossFit and you lift a lot. Like, you're a pretty big guy. Yeah, we're going Big Madero. All right, 2 versus 15, Angel Dache, Alex Diaz against Matt Hopcroft and Diddy Kaimal. Dache Diaz.
Straightforward,
yeah. Matt and Diddy, look forward to talking to you about you more in the losers round. Winners round of 8, Adam Roberts, Logan Weber against August Britton and Josh Lanier. Roberts, Weber in 2, straightforward.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fenner's better, Walker's better. It's just routine match for Adam.
Yeah. 4-5 in what is not a routine match. We have Larry Selewski and Misha Freystater against Andrew McMurray and Kevin Knight. And I just know, and I'm so tempted, so tempted to pick Larry Selewski and Misha.
Exact matchup. Exact matchup happened twice last time.
It did, right? And they beat you the first time.
They did. And then I decided I would never hit a ball the second time we played them. I literally poked them nonstop.
That's not a good look for you as a defender if you're getting poked to death by Kevin Knight. That's not a good look. Was it because like you got to wonder at some point at what point do you say, okay, I know Kevin hit ball hard, but at what point do you disregard that and just start looking for the pokey? First point of
game two, Misha looked for that pokey and and chucked that ball from the pokey to the back line. I had to hit a couple and then started poking again. No, it was I don't know. I feel like we have a pretty good handle on what we need to do to beat that team. But it's not my match to pick.
You know, before the video started, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin was over here talking about how he, doesn't really get to train or lift or do anything because he's writing his thesis, kind of setting me up to make this Larry and Misha pick. But I think this game's all about heart, and I got to go with Kevin and Andrew here. Because if I made the logical choice, what fun would that be? You're still not happy with it, which is cracking me up.
Just a deep burning rage.
Next, at the 3 versus the 6, we have Brett Griner and Jackson Lane against Colton Williams and Parker Beam. This is where the luck runs out for the saucy pairing of Colton Williams and Parker Beam. Brett and Jackson now have a easier second round match than their first round match. They're just gonna roll. At the 10 versus the 2, Angel Dache, Alex Diaz playing Angel's former partner, Jay Madero and Garrett Big. I think Angel and Alex are going to roll here.
I do too. Yeah, I think Jay is one hell of a player and Garrett's getting there, but not there yet.
Yeah. All right, winners round of 4, Adam Roberts, Logan Weber are going to win in straight sets over Andrew McMurray and Kevin Knight.
I'm not as mad about this pick, and here's why. I'm going to spin it. So the last 4 tournaments that Andrew McMurray and I have played, we've won. We've won the last 4 times we stepped on the court together. Doesn't matter if it's a 12-team event in Virginia Beach.
All right, so the 2 versus the 3, we have Angel Dache and Alex Diaz.
3 consecutive 20-team events this year. We've lost the 1 versus 4 or 2 versus 3 round every single time we've played. And every single time we come back through and won. So
you're a second half team.
You're essentially just picking us to win the tournament. That's all I'm pointing out. Thanks.
All right. We have Angel Dache, Alex Diaz against Brett Griner and Jackson Lane. I went ahead and went with Angel and Alex here, even though I have never seen Alex play.
He qualified for a main draw, interestingly enough, beating Angel Dache and Cam Beans in Austin, Texas, 2018 or 18 or 19. I think 18.
Oh, I take it back. I think I have seen him play.
Yeah, he's tall and smooth. Played a lot with TJ Yurko this year from the East Coast of Florida, probably 6'5". Also played NVL back in like 2013-14. So I've been playing beach volleyball a really long time. And I also don't think Jack Lane's ever beaten Angel before in maybe even in a single set of volleyball.
Gotcha.
So
yeah, I mean, so you combine that and then you kind of add, TJ Yurko moving up the partner ladder from last year. So I think we got to go with
about to sign off.
So I think we got to go with Angel and Alex here. Back to the now we're into the contenders bracket. In what you know as one of my absolute favorite matches in double elimination formats. We have 17 teams. So you know exactly where I'm going.
Yeah.
So if you have 16 teams, 4 teams take 13th. If you have 24 teams, 8 teams take a 17th. If 23 teams, 7 teams take a 17th. And we have 17 teams. So one lonely team out there will have the honor of saying that they came in dead last.
They actually lost the tournament.
They lost the tournament. Matt Hopcroft, Diddy Kaimal against Stephen Wilson and Logan Hales.
I think we go odd even on this one.
Okay. Okay. Who are you? Who you repping?
I'll rep Hopcroft.
Okay. Odd or even?
Odd.
All right.
Let's go. This is one of the rare tournaments where you can actually walk away at the end of the day and say, I came and I actually lost the tournament.
I live for this. The all right, next at the 13th place game. Matt Hopcroft, Diddy Kaimal against Dominic Haggerty and Jack Turner. We picked.
Yep.
I think we got to go with Haggerty and Turner, even though we don't know who they are. I will also point out, I think Haggerty has 305 points, and Jack is kind of slumming it a bit with 229. So I don't know, I don't know exactly what that is, but I think just based on the points, prestigiousness of Haggerty, we got to go with him here.
I'm with you.
All right. Spencer Gaston and John Sutton against Marcus Dos Santos and Mitch McDowell. Rough draw for the boys.
Rough draw for the Charlie boys. Yeah, you go Mark Dos Santos on that one.
Yeah. And also because, as of lately, I think Mitch McDowell has just been all over Spencer Gaston on the court, just annihilating time after time after time. So we'll just go with that. Next, hashtag Myrtle Beach Open 2021. Next, we have Zeke Isidoro and Giora Sella. Also, I meant to talk about it last time. We're actually gonna back up this match. I think the only chance that Spencer and John have is if Spencer did his favorite pastime that he likes to do. Spencer likes to shave his legs. I promised him I was gonna talk about it.
Yikes!
Prediction video, and then I forgot the Myrtle Beach Open, so we're gonna talk about it here. Spencer likes to shave his legs, and he likes to do it because he can see like his leg veins better when his legs are shaved.
That was a very real conversation I had with him at Virginia Beach. Very real, very strange.
It's very strange, but I'm also 1,000% here for it. Absolutely.
Gotta be able to see your vascularity better by taking off all the leg hairs.
Exactly. I mean, I'm going to be honest, as far as reasons to shave your legs, it has to be the top one. Like I'd say it's even above swimmers trying to cut down on their drag. I would say viewing your own vascularity is a higher priority than the drag that Michael Phelps feels in the water.
Yikes.
All right. Now we're moving on. Zeke Isidoro and Giora Sella against Scott Schwartz and Josh Daly. I think a Wilmington showdown, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it goes 3. I think Schwartz and Daly take it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What makes you take Scott and Josh over Zeke and Gee?
I mean, I know the guys train together a whole lot. I think Zeke and Gee, really, really shoddy team, both of them. Pretty good ball control. I think Josh and Scott are just too quick and too athletic to let those shots get the better of them.
Interesting. So I think here's what I would say. I think it's close, and I think that where they play in Wilmington has a big impact on how this match goes. I think if they were on the center court, I would go with Scott and Josh all day, every day. But like if they're on the outer court where it's just that much jumpier, I think that benefits Zeke and Gee a good bit. Kind of, adds a lot of range to their offensive game, which at this point they will likely be on the outer court. But I will stick with your gut here. And we'll go with Scott and Josh. But I needed to get my little qualifier in there. All right, Adam Hyatt, Wes Hawkins against Ryan Molsteff and Sean Yoder. You want me to start?
I got nothing, dude. I know all 4 of these guys. I know Adam and Wes can play pretty well together. I know that you're going to try to pick Yoder, and I'm going to disagree with you.
Yeah, I mean, I got to go with Yoder. Yoder's been looking sharp in our training sessions. Virginia Beach training sessions are usually me, Sean, Pat, and Brett. We usually split me and Sean up with Pat and Brett. And kind of for a while, I thought that I had Yoder's number because me and Brett would routinely beat them because that was kind of the natural pairing was like, oh, split the lefties and split the blockers, and that's what you have. And then we started running it the other way, and Sean started looking. Sean gelled better, I guess, with Brett than with Pat. Beat, and I think it's taken like 3 or 4 straight
You
off.
got Yoder, odd or even?
I got Yoder. Even.
This pains you.
Pains me so much. All right, ninth place game. Dominic Haggerty and Jack Turner against Team 13 Feet 2.0. We're gonna go with Larry Salevsky and Misha. Also, you introduced them as 6'7" and 6'8", and I just want to be very clear. I think it's 6'6" and 6'7".
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, I don't think Misha's 6'8".
Oh, I was gonna go with Larry, but maybe not. I thought Larry was bigger than Matt or Dirks, but maybe not.
Larry is always slouching, so maybe that's what it is. Whereas,
Yeah.
like, I don't know.
It might be an exact replica of Team 13 Feet.
Here, tell you what. On-site reporting, you find out tomorrow, and then we'll talk about it in the recap. All right. Next 9th place game. Marcos Dos Santos and Mitch McDowell against August Britton and Josh Lanier. Oof.
Yikes.
Sorry, buddy.
I think Mitch played better in Myrtle Beach than Josh did, just from watching. That said, he may have a bartending shift that he has to go to at this point and leave. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't really think that's the case. I don't really think that. I don't really think that's a. I don't think that's a thing. He usually finds a way to.
No, I know.
Yeah, we got to go with Marcus and Mitch.
Yeah.
All right, next Scott. Though, game's 15, so anything could happen. Throwing it out
Sure.
there. Scott Schwartz, Josh Daly against Big Madero. I like Big Madero. What do you think?
I'm going with Big Madero's a great name for a team. Big Madero's a great guy. Love Jay. I'm going with Jay.
Yeah. I mean, look for especially as the day gets later and later, look for Garrett to be getting more and more of the serves, I think.
Yeah.
Look for a lot of teams to still respect what Jay brings to the table. And I think Garrett will be able to rise to the occasion.
Yeah.
Next, we have Adam Hyatt, Wes Hawkins against Colton Williams and Parker Beam.
Saucy. I kind of like Adam and Wes on that one, but what are your thoughts?
My thoughts are that Molsteff and Yoder would win this match as well.
There's a button there.
What button?
I said there's a butt in there coming.
Yeah. I don't know. I think at the end of the day, you've got Colton and I don't know historically who wins the matchup between Adam and Colton.
I think Adam does.
Because like they see each other a lot, so it's yeah.
Going with Adam and Wes. You can either make me. All right.
We're gonna go with Adam and Wes. All right. 7th place game. Larry Salevsky and Misha Freistater against Marcos DeSantos and Mitch McDowell.
That's tough because it's small versus big. You think Larry knows how to?
I think Larry knows how to beat Mitch.
Fair enough.
And I think that's what it's going to come down to.
Don't get me wrong. I love picking our guy Misha.
It's true. There's nothing that would make me more fired up to go do really well at Blue Sky with Misha than a lackluster performance here from him. To then talk about it while we're doing really, really well. But I can't pick against Larry and Misha here.
All right.
All right. Big Madero against Hyatt Hawkins.
Big Madeira.
Big Madero with a strong push.
Yeah, they're just too good at that. I mean, the two of them are just good at volleyball. Like, they each have aspects that they could work on. Big kind of goes through some side outs, side out woes from time to time.
Yeah.
Good passer, good setter, solid server. Jay's the same. He's a solid side out player. Sometimes goes through some setting issues, but like overall, really good volleyball player. I just gotta like they're a hard team to pick against.
Yeah, I agree. All right, fifth place, Selewski Freistater against Brett Griner and Jackson Lane.
So the two blockers have run into an even bigger blocker.
Yeah.
And a true defender.
Right. And arguably the best defender from a pure defensive standpoint, arguably the best defender in the tournament.
I could see that, yeah. In terms of getting the balls up in the air. I don't know. Andrew's pretty good.
Nah, Brett's got a half a step on Andrew.
Don't let Andrew know.
Andrew's gonna
know. This one comes down to Jack Lane. If he's really been working on his consistency inside out, I give it to Jack and Brett.
Right. That's kind of where I am too. I think I'm willing to go with Jack and Brett.
Misha and Larry easily could win this though. I mean, this could be a 3-setter. It just all depends on how consistent Jack Lane is at this point.
All right. Andrew, I'm just going to put it out there once. If you do lose the match to Misha and Larry, you can make this matchup happen if you really want it. Just throwing it out there. Next, in the other fifth place match, we have Big Madero against Andrew McMurray and Kevin Knight. We're just going to go ahead and go with chalk here. Andrew McMurray and Kevin Knight. As much as I would love to disrespectfully pick Big Madero, I just don't think that's realistic, unfortunately. I think Andrew as a defender, if you're offensively, if you're not playing elite offense, Andrew eats you alive as a defender. And that's just what it is. All right, semifinals, Adam Roberts, Logan Weber against Brett Griner, Jackson Lane.
Well, Logan Weber is just a more polished all-around player by far than Jack Lane is.
Yeah, that was kind of my thought. I think Logan Weber is probably physically the biggest player at the tournament, and I think up until this point, that's kind of what Jackson has had going for him. Not that he doesn't have other things going for him, but I think the presence of Logan with Adam Roberts playing defense behind is going to be a little too much for Jackson to handle.
Yeah, I think this one goes in two.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I think Brett will do a good job pushing Adam to his limit. I mean, he did a pretty good job of it in Myrtle Beach Open and got the win there.
Big win.
Yeah. But I don't think I do think Brett and Brad have a pretty great chemistry that really allows him to shine in transition. That I think is going to be a little lacking if I was going to bet.
Yeah.
And a lot of that is due to Brad's ability to, put up a perfectly insistent ball from like anywhere. All right. The other semifinal, Angel Dache, Alex Diaz against Andrew McMurray and Kevin Knight.
So the question becomes, how similar is Diaz to Tillman?
Not at all. Not at all.
Not even a little bit.
Not even a little bit. You said he's a smooth ball control player.
And much, not smaller, but like he's like a sneaky kind of like low hands style blocker, whereas Tillman's like, I'm going to take up this section of the court and only this.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we got to go with Dache Diaz here.
Why?
I think Angel's the best player on the court, and I think Alex is just too smooth.
You're wrong. Andrew's the best player on that court.
No, he's not.
He definitely is.
It's not.
He has different gears that he can hit.
Yeah, he doesn't have a qualifier gear though.
I'm telling you, man, we've done it.
If he's
We've
got
done it
that,
the last 4 tournaments. We're
I'm
gonna
just.
do it again here.
I mean, Andrew's an amazing player, but at the end of the day, he's playing two guys that have been in the main draw here recently.
I was gonna say Tillman and Angel were in the main draw too. Making the wrong pick. You got a cold heart, sir.
You're not making me change it, dude. All right, Adam Roberts, Logan Weber against Angel Dashe and Alex Diaz.
I'm gonna go with Weber in 3.
I think that the supremacy of Angel continues here. I think Angel was part of the. I mean, not even arguably at that point, he was the best team at the Myrtle Beach Open, and had everything but an easy draw. I mean, his first round match, he went through you and Nolan. He then went through a sober and refreshed Matt Heath and Trevor Crabb. They then went through, I believe, Brett Griner and Brad Connors, which, by the way, that's a refreshed Brett Griner and Brad Connors. They then went through DR and Big Mike. They then went through a cramping Connors and Brett Griner. He demonstrated some superiority there. And I think Alex is going to be up to the challenge. And I'm going to go ahead and go with Angel and Alex in 3.
Well, then we'll leave our picks as separate picks here.
Yeah. That is the beauty of the final, is we don't have to do odd even shenanigans.
True. And I plan on being in it.
What I will also mention, though, I do think that you and Andrew are going to give a much tougher game than Brett and Jackson will. So I think that, from afar, I think Tillman is going to be very, very proud of your effort, as he'll be reffing the finals.
Nope. Don't think that's going to happen based on the Myrtle Beach Open, but we'll leave that there.
I mean, at the same time, I think Andrew might see what's happening, and he'll do everything in his power to make sure that you are reffing the finals. I think, just not knowing Andrew. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. All right, so there you have it. There's our picks. A little bummed I'm not going to be down there, but keep me posted on how things go.
Should be a lot of fun.
Yeah. All right. Potentially the last time of 2021. Thank you for watching Eastern Volleyball Network. Smash that like button and subscribe button for us, even though we've hit our goal. It's still just warms our heart a little bit when we see that subscriber button just kind of keep picking up. And then hopefully we'll be working on some exciting new, some exciting new content, and maybe a few other goodies that hopefully we'll be bringing to you for the start of the 2022 season. So stay tuned.
Appreciate y'all. Have a good one.
All right.